to another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching today's video. If you are watching it live, good morning. I hope you all have a coffee and are ready for today's video. I have an interesting video for you today, and an interesting start to the video today. And the reason behind that is you may or may not have seen that there was a rug pull on a new project that was launched in crypto just a few days ago. And, well, people are speculating the SBF. So we all know who Sam Bankman-Fried is. He's the man behind FTX. Obviously, we all know, hopefully you know anyway, what happened with FTX. But, yeah, there's been ties to this rug pull and Sam Bankman-Fried. So, look, I'm going to get into that in just a few minutes, plus loads more. First things first, let's look at the top 10 prices of crypto because, well, we have seen a bit of movement, haven't we, the past few hours? And obviously we've seen the monthly candle closure last night, which actually wasn't that bad of a candle closure. We still kind of cleared a decent level. However, we have seen a bit of a sell-off, or a bit of a, I say a sell-off, it dropped a couple of percent. It's really nothing in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, like I said, prices have come down slightly since the monthly candle closure. And it's causing some people to not freak out, but get a bit stressed with crypto because we thought we were super bullish. There was so much going on, but yet we've dropped 1% or 2% overnight. But it's a big week for crypto and for the regular financial markets. So a lot of kind of movement is expected today, and I'll get into that again a little bit later on today. But yeah, first things first, like I said, let's look at the prices of the top 10 before we crack on with some news. So Bitcoin currently sitting at 28,926, Ethereum at 1,832, BNB $245, XRP holding at 68 cents. We then have Dogecoin at 0.07, Cardano at 30 cents, Solana at $23, and then Tron at 0.07. So yeah, bit of a mixed bag. We have seen, like I said, most things pull back a couple of percent. But yeah, am I worried? No, not so much. Obviously, short-term price action does play on people's emotions. It's normal, but that's the joys of crypto. It only takes a couple of hours for it to change, and everyone changes how they see or view crypto in general. So look, yes, short-term price action can play with your emotions, but the bigger picture here is the long term, and yeah, that's what I care about more so. But like I said, we covered the monthly candle closure last night. We'll have a monthly kind of update for Discord as well. So if you are part of the CC Pro Discord, you'll see that update coming out regarding kind of what's going on or what has happened with the monthly candle closure. Okay, like I said, first things first, I want to, well, not first things first, I guess second things worst. I'm all over the place. Let me just read the news. How's that? Let me just read the news and stop talking nonsense. That's a lot easier. So, is SBF secretly behind Bald? Crypto Twitter debates the latest conspiracy, right? So, like I said, you might have seen this on Twitter the past, or should I call it X rather than Twitter, the past kind of few hours or the past 24 hours. And Deck covered it last night on the Alpha member stream. But let me kind of speak over it and let me know what your opinions are. So Crypto Twitter, or Crypto X, has been abuzz with the debate after a new conspiracy theory has suggested that the FTX founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, may be secretly behind one of the most controversial new meme coins. Now, the Bald meme coin, which draws its namesake from a humorous reference to Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, was launched on July 30th and witnessed an incredible 289,000% gain within the first 24 hours of trading. 289,000%. Anyway, here's a tweet here from this guy, Ryan Adams. So it says, just to catch you up, SBF, the guy with the fake crypto exchange and responsible for one of the biggest frauds in history, may have launched a $30 million scam last weekend under a meme coin called Bald while on house arrest in his parents' basement using the blockchain of a man who was I won't click on the tweet right now. I'll cover off the rest first of all, and then we'll get back to it. But after the token's anonymous developer removed thousands of ETH in liquidity, the price of Bald plummeted more than 85%, sparking allegations of a rug pull, which the developer has denied. Now, the ordeal led to a number of blockchain sleuths to dig into the developer's on-chain past, prompting some draw to the link of SBF, as the Ethereum wallet responsible for deploying the BULL token had received thousands of ETH in funding from wallets associated with FTX and Alameda Research. So Alameda Research was obviously very closely tied with FTX, if you didn't know that. One of the conspiracy theorists, anonymous decentralized finance commentator Downson, suggested that the link between the two meant that it was SBF legit trying to make it all back from prison. This is why I love Crypto X or Crypto Twitter, because so many things just float about. So much speculation floats about. However, it's worth noting that SBF is not in prison. He's awaiting his October trial under house arrest in his parents' home in California. So here you go. This is kind of some of the things that they have thrown up. Or this is a good thing about crypto or blockchain. It's all traceable. So if I've got someone's wallet address, or if you find someone's wallet address, you can search it on the blockchain and see exactly what's happened with that total, or that entire wallet from its entire history. So how much ETH or whatever it may be, if it has went in or went out, the wallet address it came from. There's literally so much information. And that's what people have done here. So you'll see it on your screen just now. It says, go back to the BULL deployer funding. It's legit SBF trying to make it all back from prison. And the reason for that is, in fact, you know what? Let me open this tweet or post for you and show you what I mean. But yeah, so hopefully you can see that. But the one down here, first of all, 414 days, 18 hours ago, you've seen the wallet here, FTX exchange. It was 4,000 ETH moved in. Then it was moved out to wherever it was going. And then a couple of hours later, again, FTX exchange moved around 7,000 ETH to this wallet. And apparently this is the same wallet that is kind of dealing with this BULL token. So that's why people are speculating that it is Sam Bankman-Fried. So yeah, anyway, I've not read too much into it because I don't get involved in meme coins because of someone, was it CEO Brian Armstrong? Like, meme coins frustrate me because I don't get meme culture too much. I get memes. I think memes are quite funny, but I think of memes more as something that you would share to your mate on Instagram, like rather than making an investment of a dog or an investment of a bald guy to then make money and then rug pull people. I don't really agree with that, and it's part of a crypto that I don't really love, to be honest. I think it paints a bad picture for the crypto space. But yeah, that's why I've not really spent a lot of time with this, because hopefully by now, if you follow us and you're part of our Discord, then hopefully you're not believing this stuff and you're not falling for it and you're not gonna lose money potentially with someone rug pulls. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to bring it for you this morning because it is big news in the market. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of kind of rug pull chat, and because it's apparently SBF is behind it, obviously it is quite big news. But look, I've got a chart here for it as well, which is pretty funny. Let me just show you this. So there you go. So it was launched literally 2 days ago or something. Yeah, here we go. Here's the launch. Boom, all the way up, and then just kind of trading sideways, and then boom, liquidity was taken, and the token dropped 85%, just like that. So yeah, absolutely insane. As it says here, then over the weekend, someone created a meme coin called BULL on Base, which is Coinbase's Ethereum L2, that reached an $85 million market cap. That's absolutely nuts in 2 days. And then it got rugged and dropped 85%. Is this the official Twitter here? Let me just open it up. Steady lads. That's funny because that's what we got from who was it that posted Steady lads? Was it the Luna? I think it was the Luna guy, wasn't it? That tweeted Steady lads when he knew it was a bit of a kind of scam as such. Yeah, I don't know if this is the official page though, because it's only got 8,000 followers. Still here, Steady lads, BULL currently most likely. Yeah, I think this is a bit of a meme Twitter page, but yeah. Anyway, nonetheless, you get the point. There was a rug pull, and apparently SBF is linked to it. So just be careful. Be very careful in crypto because these things are a thing. They're very possible. They happen not that often, but they happen enough. And yeah, just be careful out there. It's a very, very dangerous place, crypto. That's why we always talk about investing. Don't bother investing. Sorry, education. So don't invest, just educate. And then when you've educated and you know what's involved and what you're getting yourself into, then learn how to invest first of all, and learn about all the kind of learn all the scams or the potential scams, what rug pulls actually mean, what meme coins are, what liquidity drives are. Like, learn everything about crypto first. Well, not everything, because that would take you years, right? But learn as much as humanly possible before you start putting money into an investment. It's just common sense. But yeah, look, that's the message I want to put out there. Do not invest in crypto. Invest in your education. Then consider crypto as an investment, only if you're ready for that. All right, it's a very strong message I want you all to pay attention to. Anyway, moving swiftly on then. So this is about stablecoins. Now, stablecoins have always had a bit of a, not so much a bad name, but a bit of a name in general, or a stigma. Is that the word I want to use? Regarding kind of whose stablecoin you should use and whatever it may be. So anyway, let me discuss this one here then. The headline says that let's just diversify and see, and that's from CZ regarding its stablecoin strategy, right? So interestingly enough, I'll read over this and I'll tell you something that we do quite frequently with stablecoins. So CZ, the man behind Binance, is looking to bring smaller algorithmic stablecoins to the market in a bid to offer investors options other than the current global stablecoin giants. So quite interesting. So CZ cited risks associated with large stablecoins such as Tether and Binance. This is USDT and Binance Smart stablecoin, saying that while Tether is by far the largest stablecoin by market cap, he remains cautious of the asset due to the lack of transparency, which, like I said, there's been a lot of it the past few years, especially with Tether, whether they're backed with as much money as they say they're backed with. But he's quoted here to say that I personally have not seen any audit reports of USDT. I don't think most people I spoke to have seen that either. So it's kind of a black box because we just don't know. So even supposedly well-regulated and fully audited stablecoins such as Binance USD come with their own set of unforeseeable risks, he added. Back in February, blockchain infrastructure platform Paxos Trust ended its partnership with Binance and ceased minting the BUSD stablecoins following the order from the New York Department of Financial Services. The reason for that, or the reason they've said that, is we should just work with as many stablecoins as possible. We shouldn't have a single bet. Highlighting that the regulator moved to shut down BUSD despite it being fully audited. So the point of this, right, is stablecoins, like I said, have always had a bit of a name where, especially Tether, that they say they're backed X amount by physical dollars in the bank, they're safe, that nothing can go wrong, and if they're to go bust or whatever it may be, they have the money there that they can back up one for one. However, there's never been a full report or full audit or a given report to show or prove that. There's been a lot of speculation over the years that they are not, and then you might have seen Tether has depegged and stuff from $1, and a lot of it is FUD, right? But also a lot of it is just because, well, there's no real evidence, and there's a lot of money held up in stablecoins, especially Tether. Then if Tether was to go kind of wrong, I guess, then that would cause an absolute uproar in crypto in general. So it's quite important that we get stablecoins right. Now, the US are looking to see stablecoins as actual money as well. So again, there's a lot of speculation with stablecoins, but the point I'm trying to make here, or the point of this article is kind of touching on, is diversify. So something that we do is we don't just hold because we hold a portion of crypto and stablecoins because it's a smart move for buying dips or whatever it may be. We would spread that risk. So have it on USDT, have it in USDC, have some in BUSD as well, and just split it up just in case one does have an issue, like we did see with the Terra stablecoin last year. Obviously kind of had a massive issue and people lost a lot of money, unfortunately, because of that. But if you are to diversify your crypto and your stablecoins, if something does happen, then obviously you've got less chance of losing the vast majority of your holdings and your savings and whatever it may be. So yeah, anyway, the message there is if you are going to get involved in them, split up a little bit, and yeah, it'll be easier to sleep at night, put it that way. Okay, next then, a Chinese city implements plan for the blockchain digital infrastructure system by 2025. So, again, the reason this is so important is because, well, China not so long ago, or yeah, literally a couple of years ago, and for the past like 10 years, has been banning crypto and banning blockchain and wanting nothing to do with it because it's bad, it will kill you, all this nonsense. But the past year, I would say, we have seen the most positive and bullish news come from China over anywhere else. So the Chinese city of Shanghai issued an implementation plan on July 31st to promote the development of its urban blockchain digital infrastructure system in the time frame of 2023 to 2025. Now, the announcement says that the plan was formulated to serve the strategic goal of Shanghai's urban digital transformation, along with the strengthening and the application of blockchain in the economy, the public service and urban governance. It reads, breakthroughs in blockchain, core technology and standard system construction have been made, leading to the formation of the industrial leading to the formation of an industrial ecology with strong innovation momentum and nurturing a group of leading and innovative companies with industry influence. So basically, to put that quite frank, they are saying that blockchain has come a long way. They're very bullish and they're very interested and excited with just how much the technology has improved and the way it's kind of leading the forefront of, well, not just finance, but fintech in general. Now, with the urban blockchain digital infrastructure system, once it's completed, it should support municipal affairs, public services, and applications in various industries in the region. Now, this, to me, is super, super bullish. So it says here, China is currently in the midst of preparing various cities around the country to take on and implement emerging technologies. Back in May, the capital city of China's eastern Jiangsu province, hopefully my Chinese was kind of quite well there, introduced the China Metaverse Technology and Application Innovation Platform as an effort to advance the country's metaverse research and development nationwide. So, again, like I said, China was not so bullish on any of this just a few years ago, and now they have flipped the switch, should we say, to quote Brad Garlinghouse. They have flipped the switch and they have gone all things bullish on blockchain and, of course, crypto in general as well. We have mentioned that quite a few times over the past few weeks. But yeah, super exciting. China are going to, I think, take over the US when it comes to blockchain and crypto. I don't see why not. They are pushing it, whereas the US are, I guess, pushing it away. But yeah, anyway, look, it's bullish. Go on, China. I truly believe it will take over the blockchain space over the next few years. Now, lastly, very interestingly, we haven't spoken about Richard Hart very much, or Hex very much on the channel. And here's an interesting one for you then. So the US SEC sues Richard Hart, the Hex Pulse chain, on unregistered securities and fraud allegations. So the SEC have sued internet marketer. Is that what you class him as? Okay. Richard Schuler, known as Richard Hart, and his projects Hex, Pulse Chain and Pulse X, alleging he raised over $1 billion across 3 different unregistered securities offering beginning back in 2019. Hart also defrauded his investors, the SEC alleged in a lawsuit on Monday, by using investor funds for personal goods. Now, Hart continually touted these investments as a pathway to aggrandise wealth for investors, claiming that Hex, for example, was built to be the highest appreciating asset that has ever existed in the history of man. The lawsuit had said. Although Hart claimed these investments were for the vague purpose of supporting free speech, he did not disclose that he used millions of dollars of Pulse Chain investor funds to buy luxury goods for himself. Pulse X and Pulse Chain launched earlier this month, but faced rocky starts in the weeks immediately after going live, seeing high fees, liquidity issues, and exploitable bugs. The prices of HEX, PLS, and PLSX tokens fell post-launch. Interesting. Now, Hart made frequent references to the federal securities laws, the SEC further alleged, citing his YouTube live streams and other public statements. However, the suit said Hart had admitted himself that the success of his endeavours were completely dependent on his efforts. And in this last part here, Hart pumped Hex's capacity for investment gain, claiming that Hex.com, until at least November 1st, 2020, that Hex is designed to surpass ETH, which did a 10,000% price in 2.5 years. It's working so far. Hex's USD price went up 115 times in 129 days. The suit said on December 2nd, 2019, during a 7-hour live stream on YouTube, hours before the Hex offering commenced, Hart stated that Hex was built to outperform Ethereum and Bitcoin and all other cryptos. So the suit charges Hart with the project with fraud and securities registration violation. So yeah, I guess what you could say is it's not looking good, bruv. That's maybe what we would say there. Again, I haven't ever really followed along a lot of what Richard Hart does, or a lot of the kind of Hex community stuff. I know it's a very strong community, and I know he's very available online, and he likes to spend his money on fancy things, and he shows that. But now the SEC has come after him, saying that the money he's been spending was actually for the project, and he shouldn't have been doing it. And he was essentially using Hex using his YouTube presence, or whatever it may be, his presence in general, to pump the price of his project, which is technically what you're not supposed to do. And if you are going to do it, you don't speak so openly about it. It's kind of the whole point. It's why, for example, Ripple were sued, because they said that they were selling XRP and promising investment gains, which was not the point of it. And that's kind of what Hex has been doing for years, essentially saying this will pump, this will take over, this is what you need to invest in, kind of thing. So yeah, it's not looking good, bruv, for Richard Hart. But then again, I haven't read enough about it. I haven't read enough into the SEC lawsuit or what Richard Hart has said. I did see a clip from him last night, actually. It was a kind of 3-minute clip where he was kind of going at Gary Gensler and saying, I called the top of Bitcoin, I told people not to use FTX, I told people not to use fraud airdrop. So he's like, here's all the things I'm doing to help the crypto community. What are you doing? The SEC are supposed to protect investors, but Richard Hart was saying, well, I've protected more investors than you have by telling them to avoid things and blah, blah, blah. So look, it's an interesting one. The SEC are obviously going hard on regulation and suing people in the US. So yeah, it's an interesting time to be alive in crypto. The past few months have been very interesting. The SEC have gone a bit kind of hard on some people. But anyway, like I said, that's the news regarding Richard Hart's Hex project. You may have heard of it on Twitter the past kind of 24 hours. But yeah, it's not looking all that good. But let's see how the story unfolds, shall we? Now, that will be all for today's Coffee and Crypto. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are watching it live, good morning. I hope you had a great coffee whilst you were watching today's stream. If you're watching it back throughout the day, please let me know, how are you watching and how do you consume Coffee and Crypto? Are you at the gym? Are you in the car? At work? Out a walk with the dog? What are you doing? Let me know. I'm interested to see where you consume Coffee and Crypto. Again, I'll be back tomorrow for another episode of Coffee and Crypto with, I'm sure, more updates from some of the information I've covered today, because some big topics were discussed and some hot topics were discussed. And again, hopefully we have some more price action that I can bring to you as well. But again, it is Wednesday tomorrow, which isn't always the most exciting day in crypto. But anyway, I'll do my very best to make it as exciting as possible. If there's anything else you need from myself or anyone on the team, of course, you can see it on your screen. Join our Discord community and we will show you the way. We will help you guide your way through crypto. We do have a massive part, our new part of Discord launching. You may have seen it. It's our BYBIT CC Pro basket of investments. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, get to know. It's been launched very, very soon. We're actually having a meeting today to discuss the launch date, and we will update you very soon on that, but it's going to be wild. So yeah. Anyway, like I said, that's all for me today. I'll see you all tomorrow for another episode of Coffee and Crypto. Hope you all have a great day. See ya.